Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Final day of the One Bass Lake Mead Open 2025. Who's saying my name? Hey, you're interrupting my intro. Oh, we got Kevin from yesterday back there, apparently, yelling at us, but I'm gonna leave that in because it's hilarious. So, day 2, well, technically day 3 of the US, I need to just restart this, but I'm not going to. Lake Mead Open, not US Open, that's next month. Lake Mead Open 2025, day 3. First day got canceled, second day was the first day, third day is now the second day. You get the gist of it. Sitting in 5th place right now. Unfortunately, since the first day was canceled, we are just going in reverse order, and we're not doing like the whole whatever place you are, you get to launch out of that. So that's kind of unfortunate because we would be going out like first thing. Instead, we got, what is that, 71 boats in front of us. So we're making another long run this morning, and hopefully that pans out. I'm a little worried because yesterday when we got to our starting spot, being boat number 28, there were several other boats who pulled in the vicinity pretty quickly after we did. So we might have to be fishing around some guys this morning, but if that's the case, no big deal. We'll figure it out. And even if there are people on the spot, there's a lot of bait, there's a lot of fish up there, so there should be enough stuff to get on a few bites in the morning. We'll see what happens in the afternoon. Probably gonna run the same game plan, coming back down this direction around 9 or 10, based on how we do this morning. So we'll see, guys. Looking forward to it. Gonna get out here, gonna get blasted off. Gonna go fly for about 35 minutes, and we'll catch you guys at the first spot. Let's do it. Switch this up just a second here. Alright, be quiet. You showing anything in there?
It looks like there's a few of them up in that tree. There's one. Decent. Not huge, but it's good. Is there anyone on the left?
Yes.
You want to just go in the cockpit?
Yeah, we're good with me there?
He's coming right now. There we go.
Oh, sorry, bud.
It's a start.
Yeah. I don't know if he goes or not.
Oh, he'll go. Pound and a half.
I forgot how to add your...
Oh yeah, he's 14 and a half. Fish number 1, not a giant, but a keeper.
I don't know.
mean, check this out. You see all these dots out here?
Yeah.
Wait for it. See those out there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a striper almost 90 feet out. There's one. Well, I'm not even paying attention.
Good fish. I'll stay in
Might
the
be a striper, I'm not sure.
How does it feel big?
The bass will be good. I think it might be a striper. I'm not sure though.
I hope it's a bass.
It's a striper.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep. It's okay.
Because he hit it when I was winding it in.
Gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Did them already. You're good. Do what you need to do. I'm gonna be fine.
Alright.
I gotta have that jig on at all times. You know that.
Yeah.
When you have so much confidence in your dang thing.
Come on, be a bass, even though I know you're a striper.
I got the net. Let me know what you think.
It's a striper.
Is it?
I mean, it's gotta be. Yeah, it is.
It is what it is.
If only we could weigh in stripers.
Got one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, bud. They're good.
Nice. It's a 2-pounder.
Yeah, it'll help.
It'll help, dude.
Yeah.
It'll
See if we
help.
can get five or 6 more of those. Hopefully we'll get rid of him by the end of the day, right? God. I just hopped it through the grass and I thought I was stuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I felt it. I was like, oh, God, that's not grass. But he ate it. I was like, damn. But, I got your boat all cleaned up a little bit. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, when it dries, it's a bitch,
Oh, it's
especially on the
terrible,
carpet and
dude.
everything. It's so easy to get it out when it's wet.
Oh,
You missed one too?
That was a fish, yeah.
Yeah.
He's eating it again. No, he dropped it again. I don't think he's very big. Oh, he's big.
Oh, good. We might have a little bit of smallmouth in here. Then down in the cockpit, you want me to come up there with you?
Oh, he's good. You're right here, right here, right here, right here, right here.
Get him, get him. Sorry, dude.
Dude, you're good. We got it, dude.
That's a
Give me
large
some. That's what we needed, dude. That's why we came back up
That's
here,
why you
baby.
came up here.
That's why we came back up here, dude. There we go, dude.
All right.
Yes, that's a 3-pounder.
What pliers you want?
Boom. All right, I'll
Got it?
grab it.
Okay.
I'll grab it. That's why we came back up here, dude.
Good job, brother.
Right there, man.
Yeah, that was 2 good fish right there.
Yup. Yes. Oh, look at that one, guys. Look at that one.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes, dude.
He's hidden a little bit. You know, he wanted. They let him go right after it was over with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they lost, and it was like, okay, you're done. So he was trying to get picked up before everybody else did, you know.
Yeah.
But he was cool. He was the first guy I've ever seen that actually had that Raptor, the Ford F-150
Oh,
Raptor.
yeah.
He had it, and he was really cool. And he goes, hey, what do I owe you? And I said, oh, I'm $550.
There's one.
Oh, good. Net.
I think it's short. He might grow though. Let's
Let me at least hold it. It's been a while.
He's growing. Not sure. It's tough to say. It might barely keep. Oh, he's growing.
Oh, shit.
There we go. That's I mean, pound and a half.
Heck yeah.
That's something, dude.
Yeah.
That's something. There we go. There we go, man.
Heck yeah, nice job.
Number 4.
Yeah, I'm still out there somewhere dragging one. I was hoping I'd get one while I was dragging it. Yeah, he'll keep for sure.
Yeah, he's there. Multiple times on this lake where I get it close to the boat and I see little ones chasing, all of a sudden, just, whoa. Yeah, he's on my bait.
No, the big smallie.
Oh, I just had one miss my bait.
Okay.
It wasn't very big though. Oh yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, dude.
Hit him up.
Come on.
Oh.
No, eat it. Oh my gosh, did
Figure 8, figure 8.
Dude, did you see the size of those?
That was a big fish. Dude.
Two. There were two.
Okay, you know what you're doing now, though. Don't hit your trolling motor. Just let the wind.
They were like 2 4s.
I seen them. I thought you were gonna get one for sure.
Oh. There were like 2 4s,
Yep.
man.
That's your boat right there. But you got him active. Just see if you can draw them out of there. You drew them out of there for sure.
They came way out.
Yeah, you drew them out. And normally when you have two, you'll catch one of them. Sometimes both.
Dude.
Just stay there. Make that long cast again. I thought you had him, man.
I did too, man.
When he was putting on it like that and waking that water, I thought for sure he's gonna eat that tail. Get him on that back hook.
Oh.
You just got to remember where he came out of. Where did you first see him at? Right there where
Like
you're
right
at.
on that edge.
Okay, that's where they're gonna go back to.
Both of those were big, and they were largemouth.
Both of them were.
Both were
Yeah, okay.
big, like bigger than that.
Perfect.
Oh.
It's okay. They didn't feel any steel.
No, they didn't.
No,
they didn't even nick at
No,
it.
they didn't feel any steel at all. I think the boat just killed it.
Oh, if they would have been a little bit further out, look at that.
Yeah.
If they would have been 10 feet further from
Yeah,
the boat.
you had that fish.
Dude.
Yeah, you had that fish. They would have been 10 feet further.
Oh. Those were the ones, dude.
Those were the two.
Those were the two.
Both of those were good fish.
Those were the ones, dude. Oh, man.
You know what? Just let it sit and let's just creep around here and just keep making your cast like that. Because you're not going to get bites like that all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know they're here, and normally when they peel off like that, they just go right back and set up again. Give them 5-10 minutes and do it again. You know where he came from. Down, you know, they're never directly underneath it. I don't want to do anything because I don't want to hang up or anything. I want you to get one of those fish. They're here. All they did was bury back up again. And they could come out at any second and just scare the shit out of you. Boom.
I know, man. Sucks.
There he is. He's right behind you.
Look, both of them.
Keep it in the water. Just keep it in the water. You can even put your rod tip in the water if you want to get it down. All right. Oh. Just keep it right there. Nice. Yeah. Is he still wanting it?
Drop your jig. Drop something right there. He went down.
I didn't want. You brought him out again. I seen him come out.
Oh my gosh, dude, that thing's a 5.
Yeah, he's a good fish. Big fish.
You got him?
Yep.
No way. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, he snapped me off. You gotta be shitting me. Dude, that was a 5-pound fish. I cannot believe he snapped that off, dude. I'm sorry, dude.
No.
I'm sorry, dude. Oh my God. Have that guy do it again. Let's repeat it. Let's just repeat it.
Dude, he ain't gonna bite with a jig in his mouth.
No, he ain't gonna bite, but we don't have to repeat it here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I cannot believe that.
How heavy's that line, man?
It's only 10.
Oh, dude. That was her, dude.
Oh yeah. And you know what? I dropped it down, picked it up, dropped it down, and it thunk, just thumped it. Damn.
That was the one.
Yeah, she came right out of that. She came right out of that patch right there.
Same patch.
Same patch. Oh God. Stories, man. You know what? You can't.
Well, we'll turn that into 2 5s now.
You can't eat stories.
We'll turn that into 2 5s.
Damn.
Oh man, I can't catch a break, dude.
No. Oh.
Think the drag was too tight?
You know, could have been. You know, I didn't really give it any drag. I was kind of thumbing it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Oh, that's sick.
That's sickening, dude.
Yeah, that's 2 and 2.
That would have put us at like 11, 12 pounds.
There's another one in there though.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, it's so sick, dude. It's not funny.
How does that happen?
It just does. I don't know. It just you didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that fish has steel in its lip. It's not coming back, but the other one might. But you had it in that frame of mind, you know what I mean? It's like when a smallmouth's eyes gets really red on the bed.
That was a largie though,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, so you had the frame of mind on it. Yeah, that fish was 4.5 pounds easy.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm gonna retie. I got to.
Oh,
We gotta go fishing. Yeah, we kind of just gotta shake it off. There's nothing you can do about it, you know?
No, there's not, but it's just...
Oh, I know, it sucks.
Oh, it's just awful, dude.
It's horrible.
Dude, the fact that we had a second chance,
Yeah,
too,
I know, dude.
that's just so bad.
Well, normally you do when you let it set up like that. I've been swim baiting a long time, and when you get those followers and they peel off, you just kind of got to remember how you pull them out of there. You know what I mean? And you'll get them come back out again. I just cannot believe.
And it broke, too.
This is that brand new Seagar. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Yeah, brand new.
And it broke. Like,
Floral.
what?
Yeah, brand spanking new.
There couldn't have been that much tension on it.
There wasn't very much tension at all. That's what just got to me. I was like,
It
what's
must
going
have had
on?
a nick or something.
I could have.
It had to. There's no way 10-pound breaks like that.
No, this is 12. This is my 12-pound pole.
There's no way. Dude, it had to have a nick.
Yeah, it had to have.
There's no way it just breaks like that.
Yeah.
Your rod was not even that bent.
No, it wasn't. You know, I thought I could get it up to the net anyway. You know what I mean? Oh, that's sickening, dude. I just keep thinking about it.
Oh, man. That's just messed up, dude. That's just messed up, man.
That's just sick.
Awful, dude. Awful. It's just awful.
You have anything else up here?
No, that was it, dude. All these are dead.
Okay.
I'm just mentally recovering right now.
I understand, dude.
Oh, dude. Except I got a follower right now. Eat it. Oh, dude, that was a look.
I seen it.
That was a freaking like 2-pounder.
Yeah, came right off that little point.
You went kind of that way when you shot down.
Yeah, kind of went right that way.
Come on, dude, just eat it, please. Give me a consolation bass. All right, guys, we've got some good news and we've got some horrible news. So, got 4 fish. It's 11 o'clock, not bad. I'm confident we'll catch another keeper for sure. It's just a matter of the right one, and we have the right one hooked, and it came off that far from the net again. 5-pounder at the net yesterday, about a 4-pounder about 30 minutes ago. I just can't catch a break, you guys. Me and Ron were just talking, like, if I would have just had those 2 fish, I'd just go way in right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that would put me at about 18 yesterday, and just with the ones we have right now, we'd probably have like 12 or 13. So
We're not done.
It's just a gut wrencher, man. But we're not done. We're not done. We still got like 4 hours left in the day. We got till 3 o'clock. We're heading back down to the lower basin. We're gonna see if we can do the same thing we did yesterday and just put the heat on them in the 4th quarter. So we're gonna try. Fingers crossed.
You're only one good bite, really, I think, away from getting you where you're going to be super close. Depending on what the other guy does, you know?
Keeper you do, if you don't, you don't.
I'm not even going to take my vest off. I'm just going to get my jig.
The only spot they're going to be is right there. got time,
Look at
bro.
it this way. Yesterday at noon you had 5 pounds.
That's a fact,
You
dude.
got 8 right now. Right?
We're in better standings.
Let's go do what you did yesterday.
We're gonna try, man.
Right here.
We're gonna try, dude. There's one.
Good one?
Not sure. Should keep.
Alright. Let me put this thing down. I got that. You gotta get to that.
Swimming right at me.
Still need the net?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that oh, I put it right in the way.
It's good. We got him.
That's the one we needed though.
That's the one we needed,
Here
dude.
he goes.
That's the
How'd
one
I do
we
with the
needed,
net,
dude.
man? Yeah, you needed that one.
£1.25, dude. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, now you can go down there and get what you need.
Okay, I'd say confidently we got 9 pounds.
Yep, I think you're sitting right
got
around
right
9
around
pounds.
9.
Right around 9 pounds.
So if we can get like a 3 and bump that up to like 11,
It'll be great.
11's not gonna be a for sure, but it'll be like probably top 5.
Right, but let you know that way you can get double digit. You know what I mean?
It's all we needed, bro. All we needed.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was the stop you wanted to make, you know?
That was it, dude. I knew we could stop in the narrows and get one of those little dinks. That almost looks too good to be true.
I know.
Must be too good to be true. Even though it's 40 miles away, this kind of gives the same vibe of that last spot.
Yeah.
That's why I like it, you know? It's got the bait, it's got grass. Yep, got him.
That sounded like a better fish,
It
dude.
is, it is.
How much your rods? Tell me where you want me.
Cockpit,
Striper?
go to the cockpit.
Striper?
No, it's a bass, it's a bass, it's a bass. Get ready, get down. He's right here, he's literally right here. Scoop him. Oh man,
Nice,
talk
dude.
about a recovery, bro. Yes, sir.
All right, slow down there, Bubba.
It ain't a giant, but it's freaking
Nope, he hit it.
2.5
You
probably.
you work the fish and I'll work your bait out.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Dude,
That's what we freaking need. That's probably the one that blew up on it in
it
practice,
could have
dude.
been, dude.
Right there,
Could have
dude.
been. Yeah, you needed that. It sounded good. It just flushed it.
Yeah, it literally just sucked it in,
Yeah.
dude. Yes, dude. Yes.
Nice job.
That's what we needed, dude.
Yep.
That's exactly what we needed. Yeah, dude, 2.5.
Yeah. Well, that's what we said. You just upgraded by 1.5 pounds. You hit a good one now. You got a lot to be proud of. You get a 5 pounder. You have a 4 pounder right now.
Dude, I'll take a 3 right now.
Oh, for sure.
That'll still kick us up to 12. Even a 3 would be phenomenal right now. And I know they're down there, man. It's coming up on the right time of day.
Right.
I think we're just gonna have to commit to it. What time do we got? 12:20. All right, I'm back and forth between whether I'm gonna make one more stop before going there or not. So I'm gonna decide in the next 30 seconds.
You got it.
There's one.
How's it feel?
Decent. Almost feels like a dang catfish though, dude.
Well, could be a big old small.
It's decent, I think. Unless it's a
see the way that thing was fighting?
I did. It's crazy.
What in the world?
I don't know what was happening, but it was happening.
Dude, I thought I had a 2-pounder. I mean, that thing had me bent.
Well, guys, that was a day, all right. Once again, lost our biggest fish. Once again, about that far from the net. It's just painful, man. It is what it is, though. We did our best to recover. I would not say we made nearly as good a recovery as we did yesterday, but hopefully we have, I think we're like right on the cusp of 10 pounds right now. We definitely have at least 9 something, but I'm hoping we get that 10 marker. That would feel good. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, our smallest is only like a 1.13. So I mean, if we would have got that 4-ish pounder in the boat, we'd be at like easily probably 12 and a half, 13, maybe a little more. Probably about where we were at yesterday, about 13 or so. But it's fishing, man. You know, we can complain about it all we want, but at the end of the day, I am not the only guy out here who lost a couple big fish. That's a fact. For as many big fish were hooked out here, I guarantee you just as many of them were lost than they were landed. So unfortunately, it just had to happen to me 2 days in a row in almost the exact same spot. So it's just a kick in the face, man. But it is what it is. I think we're gonna be in check range. I don't know where. You know, we're gonna have like probably right around 23-ish pounds. So 11 and a half per day. I think that's the right math. Let's see, yeah, that should be, I think we'll have a check for sure. I don't know where. We might be in 5th, we might be in 15th, I don't know, but I think we'll at least barely get a check. So, I mean, it is what it is, guys. It's not the finish we wanted. Realistically, if we would have just landed those 2 giant fish the last 2 days, we literally would have like probably 30-ish pounds, 31 pounds right in there, and that's just a bummer. But once again, guys, it's fishing. So had a great day with Ron out here, and it is what it is. So we're gonna get up to the scales. They don't lie. So we'll find out what we got.
See how good this guy is.
I could have grabbed you and we had cooler then. Good?
Steve?
I ain't got no fun.
How you doing, buddy? No bueno?
Not today.
Dang it.
Get over this way. Hey. Had an absolute blast.
That's all that matters, man.
Yep. Absolute blast.
All right, he needs 1271 to take Joe off the Ranger hot seat. 5 fish. Total weight today is, they're nice and lively, 1057, not quite. Close, but not quite.
It's all right.
Good job, bud.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the award show. I'm going to be cutting you a check. Grab your fish, get some photos.
Jamie Shaw's right there.
Kevin, hold on one second. Jamie Shaw's gonna wait.
Good job, man.
Hey, great videos,
Good
man. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
To the front, please.
8-pounder, man. That's pretty good, dude.
To the front, please.
I want to grab a couple out and run around the back.
All right, well, still sitting there.
You just hang them right on that.
3 left.
All right, guys. Day 2, technically day 3, final day of the Lake Mead One Bass 2025 Open. There it is, guys. Everything was out on the line today. We went out there and fished hard all day long. My partner Ron and I had a really fun day on the water, minus one more huge heartbreak. And it's just another one of those stories that happens with tournament fishing, but it is what it is. So want to give you guys another recap, just like the first day. After the second day weigh-in, I totally spaced it again to give you guys an on the water recap. So we're doing it here. This is the day after this. The last day of the tournament was yesterday. So this is the day after the tournament. And I wanted to talk to you guys about how the day went. So did the same exact program almost, just pretty much just replicated what I did day 1 to try and make up that ground that we had lost from losing those 2 big fish on day 1. So if you guys haven't watched the day 1 video, make sure to watch it. I'll go ahead and link it in the description here. But day 2, let's get into it. So the boat orders were reversed for day 2. Typically in the One Bass tournaments, how it works is on the final day,
of the tournament, you go out in what order you are in the standings. So in any other normal WON Bass tournament, I would have actually gone out 5th because I was in 5th place out of 100 going into the final day. But the difference was the first day was canceled. So normally what happens is the first day you have your flight, the second day your number is reversed, so everything is flip-flopped, and then the last day you go out in boat number based on, you know, your standings. And so normally I would have been able to go out first, well, technically 5th, but you know what I'm saying. Go out as boat number 5 out of 100 and have the longest day of fishing. So the guys who are in the top go out first and come back last, and vice versa. When you're towards the bottom, you go out last and you come back first. So it basically just gives the guys who are doing well a little bit more of an advantage, right? Because they earned it. And so unfortunately, that's not how it worked in this tournament, but we still did have a later flight. We were still the second to last flight, so we had a little bit extra fishing time. We didn't check in until 3 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock on the last day. So we did have an hour longer in the day, but it proved to not matter in the end. But let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So I made the exact same run I did on day 1 in day 2. So we decided to go to the exact same area I started in yesterday, really only for one reason. It's because, you know, sometimes when you hook a big bass in an area that they were sitting in, sometimes, and I only mean sometimes, you can go back there in a future date, usually not the next day, but sometimes you know, you can get lucky. I've had it before where I've lost big fish and you go back the next day or 2 or 3 days later, you throw the same bait, try and make the same cast, you know, same time of day, try and just recreate the conditions. And bass are very territorial, especially largemouth bass, like the big one I lost. And so my thought process was, you know what, I'm gonna go back up there, I'm gonna make the 35-minute run, burn $100 in gas doing it, but it'll be worth it if I get that bite. And even if I don't get that bite, I know that that same general area does still have a lot of bait fish and a lot of fish that I can probably still catch. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna make the run. So we make the run up there. Since we were later boat number, we were driving all the way up there with the sun right in our face. It was terrible. You guys probably saw that on the video. So since it was like 20 minutes later than it was the first day, we drove all the way up there with the sun just beaming right in our face. It was just absolutely awful. But once we got up there, that's exactly where I started, on that, you know, same spot I started day 1. And I made the same exact cast, same little bait, threw it right up in the little tree that I lost that 5-pounder out of the first day. And in like my 3rd cast in the morning, made the same cast, and that bait's falling down, and I just feel a little tick, and I was like, holy cow, what are the odds? Set into it, and I thought for a second, I was like, no way I'm getting redemption at this 5-pounder. And that's exactly what happened. There was no way. It was like a 1.5 pound fish. I knew it after a couple seconds of fighting it. You know, it didn't feel nearly as strong or heavy. I was like, all right, it's not the 5-pounder, but it did still end up being like, you know, a solid 14.5-inch, 1.5 pound keeper. So not a bad fish, not a bad way to start the morning, especially like 3 minutes into the morning. I'll take a 1.5 pound keeper. I'm pretty sure anyone would. So not a bad way to start. We ended up fishing around for like, you know, maybe another half hour, and then we pull into another cove kind of right around the corner from there, another spot that I fished yesterday, and it's just this little, like maybe not even the size of a football field, maybe like half the size of a football field cove, and it's got a lot of bait and grass in it, as you probably saw from the video. And so my co-angler Ron Kastner, he's a really good guy, by the way, had a great time fishing with him. But my co-angler Ron was just like kind of dragging this jig. That's actually what we were both doing. That's how I caught a few in pre-fish, was just kind of dragging and ripping these jigs through this grass bed where these fish were kind of buried in the grass. And so he's ripping this jig through the grass, and he hooks like a 2-pound smallie, and we get it to the boat. So now, you know, we're like, I don't know, an hour into the day at this point, including drive time. We've only been up there for like a half hour. So we're feeling pretty good. We got like, you know, 3.5 pounds for 2 fish, not bad. And then only like a couple casts later in the same grass bed, we're still, I've got this, you know, 1/2 ounce jig on, I'm ripping it through the grass, and I feel a bite, and then it kind of goes away. I feel another bite and it goes away. This fish was just playing with it. And then I finally, like, I'm still kind of messing with my rod, and it just kind of loads up right to where I'm pretty confident this fish has it. Set the hook, boom. It was like a 3.5 pounder. I didn't actually end up weighing it because it was bleeding a little bit, so I just got it in the live well real quick and just left it alone all day. It did survive, and it actually was just fine all day. Didn't get a dead fish penalty. They were all alive. So that fish did make it. But, you know, when I have a fish that's bleeding, I just want to get it right in the water so that blood can coagulate. Contrary to popular belief, fish blood actually coagulates in the water. They continue to bleed in the air, but they stop bleeding in the water. The blood clots in the water. So I threw them in the live well, but if I had to guess, that fish was probably like 3.5-ish pounds. It's probably right around there. And so we're at like 6.5 pounds for these 3 fish, and we're only in like maybe an hour and a half at most into the morning. So feeling pretty solid. And we keep fishing around. It's kind of dead for like an hour. We go around the corner to another cove that sets up very similar to the one where we caught the 2 out of. Got a few bites in there, missed a few bites. And so finally we just kind of circle back around to where we started. I set up several times throughout the morning when we're up there on the same little tree stump thing that I lost a big one out of day 1, just hoping by some miracle I could get it to bite again, and I never did. And so we go back around the corner. This is maybe like an hour later. We're probably like 2.5, 3 hours into the morning. It's probably like pushing like 9:30, 10 o'clock at this point. And I'm like, all right, we haven't had a keeper bite for a while. We need to make something happen. And so we pull into that cove again, and I'm throwing a glide bait. You know, I'm throwing a big bone colored glide bait, just trying to get some followers to see, you know, if there's even any life left in this cove. And so we're getting ready to bounce back down to the lower basin, and all of a sudden, I kid you not, guys, 2 4.5 to 5 pound largemouth bass follow that dang glide bait right up to the boat. I mean, right to my feet. And one of them nips at the tail, doesn't get a hook, and then they dart down and disappear. And I'm just like, dude, you have got to be kidding me. I was like, that's the break I needed right now. I needed one of those to bite, and it didn't do it. So Ron and I get talking about it. We're like, you know what? Those fish aren't going anywhere. I knew the grass clump that I casted next to, they both came out of it and followed it from that spot. So we talked about it, and we were like, maybe if we just leave it alone and let it reset, we might be able to get those fish to reset on that grass clump if we give them 20, 30 minutes, and we might have a shot at catching them. So we go back outside of the cove. We're just fishing kind of on the main lake point and stuff, and I actually end up catching another pound. It was like a 1.3 pound largemouth. So we get our 4th keeper. So now we're sitting like, I don't know, probably like 8-ish pounds, 7.5 to 8 pounds for 4 fish. So we got that next keeper, and then we're like, all right, it's been 20, 30 minutes. Let's go back into this cove and see if we can, by some miracle, get one of these big ones to bite. So I set back up on it the exact same way, toss that glide bait next to the same grass clump, and what do you know? Both of the same exact 4 to 5 pounders follow that thing right up to the boat again. So I'm figure eighting my glide bait, trying to get it to bite, and that fish is just like kind of down there. He's not committing to the figure 8, but it's keeping his interest enough. The fish is kind of just like looking back and forth. I'm figure eighting it enough to keep the interest of the bass to where Ron, my co-angler, can drop a jig down and hopefully get it to bite. So I'm like figure eighting this bass, and I'm like, dude, drop down on it. He's right there. I'm keeping his interest alive. My co-angler, Ron, drops his jig down, and what do you know? The bigger of the two, probably, I don't want to call it a 5 because I don't know for sure, but it was definitely 4 something, probably about a 4.5 pounder, just inhales it, eats his jig, boom, he sets the hook on it. I know it's a little bit out of camera, so you can't see it too well, but he sets the hook on it. We've got it right there. Fish digs right to the grass. He fights it back up right by net range for a second. You know, I've got the net way out there as far as I can. The problem was the fish was still like 2 feet deep, so I couldn't have gotten under, even if I had a longer net, I couldn't really have gotten underneath that fish because the amount of, you know, resistance in the water to raise the net up through 2 feet of water, it just would have been too slow. And so we got that fish like literally like that far from the net, about a foot too deep to net. Bink, his line snaps. He's fishing straight 12-pound fluorocarbon on a jig, and his line snaps. And dude, I'm reliving it right now, and it's just painful, man. It's just painful, because as soon as I heard that, just bink, and I watched his rod go from bent to, oh man. Every single tournament angler knows exactly the feeling that I'm talking about right now. It's just a gut-wrenching feeling to watch a 4.5 pounder just swim away when it was that close. And so not only did I have my heart broken day 1, losing a fish that was 5-ish pounds that far from the net, but in the same exact area on day 2, I lost another fish almost the exact same size that far from the net again. And it's just one of those things that it makes you sick to your stomach, man. But like I said, I'm not whining about it. It's just part of tournament fishing. It is what it is. I guarantee you a lot of guys have a lot of heartbreak stories from this tournament as well as every other tournament. And it just so happened that this tournament, I got really unlucky for 2 days in a row because the two biggest fish, the two most key fish for me in this tournament, we lost them both that far from the net, both days. And it's one of those things that definitely cost me the tournament. You know, if I would have had those two fish, it sickens me to say it, but if I would have had those two fish, it would have put me right there. I'm not saying that to be a whiner. I'm not saying that to complain. It's just a fact of the matter is that with those two fish, there's things that happen, and it's just fishing. So, you know, you can sit here and complain about it all you want, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm just telling you guys the story and letting you live it vicariously because it's a painful one. So even though that happened, guys, we were like, man, that's just terrible. We just cried about it for like 20 minutes straight. And we were like, man, we got to lock in. We can't let this get to our heads. We've still got a couple hours to fish. Although it would have been a lot nicer to have like 12 pounds at this point and 5 fish instead of 8 pounds and 4 fish. We were like, you know what? Just got to put our head down and fish. So we fished that area for a few more minutes. We're like, it's not going to happen. That 4.5 pounder, he's got a jig stuck in the roof of his mouth. He's not going to bite again. So we leave the area, head back down through the Narrows. When we're in the Narrows, I decided to make one quick little stop on this one little spot that I know of, and we actually do catch our 5th keeper. I knew this one little spot, you know, usually I can pull in there and just catch a keeper, and that's exactly what we did. We stopped in there. I made like 2 casts and boom, caught like a 1.1. It was just it was a micro, you know, it was a right on the line, barely touching 13, but it gave us our 5th fish. And because, you know, I wanted to go back down to my Hail Mary spot that I fished yesterday and caught the 2 4-pounders out of. But like I said, the problem with that spot is that it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you go down there and catch a couple really good ones, but sometimes you go down there and don't even get a sniff. And so before I wanted to run that pattern, I wanted to make sure I just had my 5th keeper in the box. So that way, at least I would be in pretty good contention to at least be in check range, right? I knew I had 13.03 the first day, and I knew we were sitting right around 8 pounds as it was with the 4 fish. And I was thinking, man, 21 pounds, I don't know if that's going to get you a check or not, but if I can get like 22.5 pounds, I think that's safe to say it's in check range. So before we wanted, you know, to run down there and I wanted to do my little Hail Mary, I wanted to get that 5th fish in the boat, and that's exactly what we did. So we got it in the boat, and now we were like 9-ish pounds. And so I was like, all right, 13 one day, 9 the other day. I got 22 pounds, 11-pound average. That'll at least get me a check. So got that fish in the boat, and now at this point, it was like probably, I don't know, 11:45. So we keep running down to the lower basin, and this is where a true turning point fish came into play. So we stopped at this area that I was pre-fishing in a few days before the tournament. Good little area that I found with a lot of grass, a lot of sand, and a lot of bait. And so this is where it's really, really important that a lot of guys overlook. And that is the fact that when you're pre-fishing a couple days before tournaments like these, especially on a pressured lake like Lake Mead, you cannot hook these fish, guys. You just cannot. And so it's funny because in this exact area, 3 or 4 days before the tournament, I pulled in here almost the exact same time of day. It was like high noon when it happened in pre-fish. And I took this bait right here, this beat up, torn apart Rico right here, this Rio Rico with the hooks cut off. You see how the hooks are missing on there? Cut the hooks off of that bait. And the reason I did that is to see, you know, when you're fishing in an area where you think there's fish, but you want to confirm whether or not they're going to bite, you don't throw a bait that has hooks on it. Because if you hook that fish, man, odds are it's not going to bite in the next couple of days. So pulled it in this area where in pre-fish, I made the same exact cast I did in the tournament, and I got a huge blow up on this Rico without hooks. And so since this spot was on the way to my last spot I wanted to end the day at, I was like, all right, let's pull in here. I know I got a big blow up on it in pre-fish, and let's just see if we can replicate it. So I pull in there, and like 3 casts in, I'm working the same exact cast, but this time throwing a Rico with hooks on it, and twitching that thing across this little grass bed, popping it, spitting it, and boom, 2.5 pounder eats it. We get it to the boat, and that bumps us up from like 9 pounds to like 10.5. I think we ended the second day with like 10.47, and so that was almost exactly a 2.5 pound fish. Kicked out a 1.1 for a 2.5, and that just was not as good of a feeling as if we would have landed, you know, one of the 2 giants on day 1 or day 2 that we lost right by the net, but it was definitely some consolation for those 2 fish. And so I was like, all right, man, 10.5 pounds, we definitely have a check now. I don't know if it's going to be a check in 20th place or 10th place or 3rd place. I don't know. But I know for sure with, 23 something pounds, I'm going to get a check. So I'm feeling really good. And now I'm like, all right, we're in check range. Let's just go ahead and run the same pattern I ran yesterday and just keep our fingers crossed that we get 2 more 4-pounders, because that would really put us right there. So we go down, it's probably like noon 30 at this point. We've got like maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes to fish. We spend the rest of the day fishing that spot, and we literally don't get a single bite aside from, a couple 10-inch fish, and ironically a catfish. So I caught like a 4-pound catfish that was fighting exactly how one of the big 4-pounders was fighting, and I thought that I had a big bass on, and then we get it right up to the net, and it was a catfish, and I was pretty mad at that. It was kind of frustrating, but aside from that big catfish, we only got a few like small bites in that area. And so once again, guys, it was one of those areas where sometimes you get a couple really good bites and sometimes you get absolutely nothing. First day, produced 2 4-pounders. Second day, ran the same pattern, same spots, same time of day. We didn't get squat. So luckily, I was really glad that I made that stop where I got the big blow up on the hookless bait in practice, because that one fish, that 1 2.5-pounder for me was the difference between ending in 5th place like I ended in, and the difference between like 5th and like 15th. I did the math, and if I wouldn't have had that one fish, and if I would have came in with the one that I culled, that 1.1-pounder, I would have been in like 14th or 15th instead of 5th. So that topwater noon, midday topwater bite, that 2.5-pounder, that fish was key for me to move up to 5th place in the standings and maintain my 5th place position from the previous day. So all in all, guys, there's a recap of the tournament. Ended out the second day with 10.47 since we weren't able to cull after that 2.5-pounder around noon, and finished out the tournament with 23.60. So 23.5 pounds just about, and that landed us in 5th place out of 100. So once again, guys, one of those heartbreaker, bittersweet tournaments where, if you had those two or three fish that you were so close to having, it would have put you right there. And unfortunately, those couple missed opportunities cost me the tournament. But it is what it is, guys. Very, very happy to have finished where I did. I know there's a lot of guys who would kill for 5th place. So I feel really blessed, honestly, to be, to finish in the position that I did. I'm really happy about it. And it's one of those things where, guiding, Lake Mead is my home lake. I've been guiding on it for over a year now, running my business, Las Vegas Sport Fishing. And to be able to get a top 5 finish against 100 of arguably the best anglers on the West Coast. All these guys out here are just sticks, man. All these fishermen out here, there's a lot of big name guys who have been in the game longer than I've been alive. And so in order for me to come out here and take a top 5 finish in a big tournament like this is really special for me. So I'm really happy to end where I ended, and it was a cool thing for me. So appreciate you guys coming along and always supporting these videos. I really appreciate you guys watching these. Hopefully you enjoy these little series. I'm gonna have another video coming out soon where I actually give you guys a recap about the baits that I used in order to get that 5th place finish in the Lake Mead Open. So I'm gonna have a video coming out really soon where I'm talking about the baits and the techniques and lure selection, about how I did as well as I did. So stay tuned for that, but there we go, guys. Ended up 5th place. Not only 5th place, we ended up getting the qualify entry for the Bassmaster National Qualifier, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. The Bassmaster Championship Qualifier for next 2026. We actually got an entry in that, because the cool thing with WON Bass is the top 5 finishes in their tournament, they actually give you an entry to that Bassmaster Classic. So really excited to be fishing that the fall of 2026, and it should be a good time. So once again, guys, stoked to get in the top 5. Really, really cool stuff. That's going to be where we end it, though. Stay tuned for that next video. Appreciate you guys always coming along and watching the videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. My name's Noah Sanford. As always, we'll see you guys out on the water.
All right, our top 5. Earning $5,000 with 23.60 pounds, Mr. Noah Arsinger Sanford. Come here.
It's funny because everybody always refers to Lake Mead as the equalizer, right? Lake Mead for years has always been called the equalizer, and it's just a really humbling experience to be able to come out here and fish on my home lake that I guide on and be able to get a top 5 finish. It's unbelievable to me. So I just want to thank my family, my wife, everyone who supported me. So thank you.
Good job, bro. Don't go too far. Ranger Z518 with a 150 worth $55,000 plus some power pole stuff. We'll be sending him some DD26 product, some MegaWare stuff. Your champion, weighing in 28.03 pounds, good for $10,000, Mr. Dylan Denny. All right, another round of applause for these 5 pro anglers.